On 21st January, Curtis Cameron from Canada is going to beat Zurab Tavberidze from Georgia, and here's exactly why. East versus West 6, best of 5 rounds, right-handed super match without a weight cap. Pay-per-view link will be in the description. Devon Larratt is really confident that his training partner is going to win this match and he is going to win it quite comfortably. Curtis Cameron also believes that his time has arrived and he is going to shock the entire world by beating Zurab Tavberidze 3-0. Well, Curtis has every reason to believe so. He is the up-and-coming arm wrestler. He's been arm wrestling for 5-6 years. He recently beat Ryan SP. So if he is not going to believe in himself, then who else is going to? Probably Devon Larratt, but I think he has every reason to believe that he's going to win. Zurab Tavberidze, on the other hand, is really confident. He believes that his strength and his experience level is way too much for Curtis to handle, and Curtis is going to fall apart. Zurab is going to win 3-0. Now, Devon Larratt is extremely biased here, and that's not just what I am saying. Devon himself admitted that just because he trains with Zurab 2-3 times a week, there is no way for him not to be biased in favor of his training partner Curtis. But I believe that there is one thing that Devon has mentioned in the past which is going to decide the outcome of this match. What is that one thing? We are going to discuss towards the end of this video. Let's first talk about their physical stats, because I believe that their height and weight will matter a lot in this match, unlike some of the other matches. Neither of them are really tall. Curtis is about 5'9", 5'10", and Zurab is about 5'8". Zurab weighs about 220, 100 kilos. Curtis weighs around 250 to 255 pounds. So Curtis, although not being so much taller than Zurab, is still a bigger human being. Zurab Tavberidze is someone who believes and also says openly that weight doesn't really matter. He doesn't really care about the weight of his opponent so much while accepting a super match or while telling himself to believe that he's going to win a super match. Weight doesn't matter to him. But I think it does. Size does matter, as we have seen in the past that he lost badly to Chance Shaw. Now we can say that it was a stylistic mismatch for him, but still I believe that if Chance was equal in size and not 20-30 kilos heavier than Zurab, that match would have been a lot closer. Zurab also says that he will compete in the super heavyweights in the future and he will not cut any weight, which kind of leads me to believe that Zurab is not really self-aware of his position in the arm wrestling world, because I personally have never seen a 5'8" guy being at the elite level in the super heavyweights, and for sure that guy is not going to exist in the future as well. Just imagine 5'8" guy, top 10 in the world. Not going to happen, impossible. So unless Zurab is completely okay with being like top 50 in the world, I think he needs to be more self-aware. He is a 90-95 kilos guy trying to compete in the 105 kg division, and he's losing some matches, winning some matches, but I think that is the heaviest weight where he can compete because his physical abilities would limit him going heavier and going higher. And we can say that Zurab has had stylistically bad matchups against him. Just we discussed about the Chance Shaw match. Yes, Chance Shaw is nearly unhookable. Against John Brezink, well, John is probably a stylistically bad matchup for anyone, for 99.9% of the arm wrestlers, just because he can do anything and everything at a very elite level. Now let's talk about what I mentioned earlier about Devon Larratt saying something about Curtis Cameron. Curtis has been saying on every podcast, in every video, that he is coming straight at Zurab Tavberidze. He wants Zurab Tavberidze to come straight at him. He wants a deep hook war and to decide the result, the outcome of the match like men do, in a deep hook, in the strongest possible move. But I think that is just some deception. I think he has been working on a strategy along with Devon Larratt. That is why he's mentioning it everywhere, to kind of deceive Zurab Tavberidze and everyone else. Why would you mention it everywhere otherwise? I think if Curtis wants to go straight deep in a hook against Zurab, it is going to end badly for him. We saw what happened when he tried to hook Todd Hutchings. It was quite easy. I'm not saying that Zurab is Todd Hutchings, but I still believe that he would also beat Curtis in a hook. So I don't think that match is going to go there. And there is absolutely no way that Curtis and Devon have not watched the third round between Ryan Bowen and Zurab Tavberidze. Yes, Zurab was saying that he intentionally gave his wrist to Ryan and then kind of found himself in deep waters, but he still was barely able to finish Ryan Bowen with a press. Actually, it was not really a press, just a side pressure move like Todd Hutchings. But it will be difficult for him to do that against Curtis if Curtis goes that route. And Devon mentioned that we just talked about earlier in the past that Curtis's best move that can potentially take him to the elite level the fastest is his King's move. We saw him trying the King's move against Todd Hutchings 4-5 months ago, but it didn't quite work for him. Todd was able to side press him to the pad, which I believe Zurab can also do, but it will be more difficult for him compared to Todd Hutchings. His elbow integrity kind of looked weak in that Todd Hutchings match. We've seen this thing that when someone's elbows kind of extend fully, it is a weird thing when they do the King's move. Their elbow joint is like here and their arm in front of that kind of goes down and it looks like the elbow is going to pop out, something like that. It is a weird thing. I hope I'm able to communicate that properly, but I'm thinking in my mind. So hopefully he has worked on his King's move, especially after watching the Ryan versus Zurab match. If he has, I think if he's smart enough, he's going to go in a King's move round 1. If he's not so smart enough, he will go there by round 2 after losing the first round in a hook against Zurab. Zurab still may be strong enough to be able to beat that King's move, but Zurab is not tall enough that he's going to stand up and then press. And beating a King's move just with side pressure 3 times in a row is going to be a really tough deal even for Zurab. That way I can see Curtis Cameron winning this match, and I'm quite sure he's going to go in a King's move. He will not hook him. Trust me, he will go in a King's move. And that way I have Zurab Tavberidze losing this match to Curtis Cameron, with Curtis taking 3 pins and Zurab maybe taking 1 or 2 pins. That's it for this video. If you liked the analysis, please give it a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the sponsors Old School Labs. They're producing great supplements, good combo offers, AWNEWZ, the code for 15% off. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.